Welcome back to the She Can channel, where we profile women from all over the world and talk about their journey, how they got to where they are today, to be role models for others. And so I'm super excited to talk to Anne Grall today. Anne is a comedian. She is one of BBC's most inspiring women. She is the founder of the Greenwashing Comedy Club, which is a stand-up collective that addresses environmental issues as well as feminism, poverty, disability, and LGBTQ rights. And Anne, you believe that through punchlines, you can sow the seeds of change, and that alters people's behavior. So I'm really excited to talk to you today about your journey and how you got to where you are today. So tell us a little bit about your journey, Anne, and where you are today with the Greenwashing Comedy Club.
Yes, so I'm from Paris. I live in France, and but greenwashing is also a term that we use in France to talk about companies that looks like they are doing something for the environment, but in fact it's just marketing. So I was doing stand up and talking about ecology and I thought it could be great to make a scene with a bunch of comedians that talks about ecology, environment, but also the other struggle, and make them like reunited in one big stand-up show. So that's why I started this Greenwashing Comedy Club. Voila. Do you want to?
And I know that you are obviously very successful with it. And that's why you made the BBC's 100 Women list. Tell us a little bit, how many shows do you have? How many comedians? Because it really has grown.
Yeah, so now we have 10 shows a week in Paris and around France, but no, sorry, 10 shows a month in Paris and around France, but it's mostly in Paris. And we also play for the corporates. So this is really interesting because we can play, sometimes we play with a local farmer who does organic food, and he bring us together, his community, and we play for them. But sometimes it could be also big companies, even companies from the CAC 40. I don't know if you maybe not the CAC 40, but some companies that are like, so we can also play in front of those people and try to put seeds in their minds. So it's really large, and the idea is like we are people, 3-5 people who are organizing the shows and playing really in almost every shows. And then we have like maybe 100 comedians, because the idea is to show people who are like us, comedians who are really want to struggle for the climate, but we can also put some people, comedians, who just speak about it, because now in the society everybody's affected by it. So there are people who make jokes about the fact that you cannot use straws now or stuff like this, and it's also really funny. So the idea is to have all the opinions, maybe not the climato-skeptical people, but except from that, it's really like a show. Everybody laughs about himself or the other and just talked about it.
Yeah, which is amazing, Anne. And you have such a powerful mission because you deal with the complex issues that we as a society have to deal with right now. And you lighten that load. And because you lighten the load, you really help people to feel the impetus again to change their behaviors and to change their daily lives and companies, their corporate lives, and the things they put out into the world, which is really powerful. So, what is your main motivator?
Uh, yeah, my main motivator is really to give a, well, to distract people, that they have a laugh, and because to reduce the anxiety of people. That's really my main goal. And also, of course, to talk about all the issues in the world that I think are not satisfying. There's many of them.
Yeah,
Could
there's a
be
lot.
hate, could be guilt, could be, I think now, like the people from the Western country, uh, we have a lot of guilt. So it's interesting to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
And so, I mean, you're obviously a comedian, so you're really funny. That is a top quality you have. But what
Yeah.
other qualities do you have that make you so successful that you have sort of bi-weekly shows and people show up and you've got an international reputation now?
Yeah. Well, uh, yeah, I think, well, it's, we play in some really cool spots in Paris, like Académie du Climat. So we really find, if I did the Greenwashing Comedy Club, like in a regular bar or a regular theater, I don't know if the public would have find my project. The public find my project because I built it where the people who are aware of all the questions are, like social bars who are feminist or stuff like this, and theater who are like,
Yeah,
So this is it, and it's interesting because first we play. I mean, I didn't invent anything because in the US, stand-up, this is how it always worked. Like people from the minority, they made their own all their rooms. They call it rooms, and they play like together. So they improve their stand-up level, and then we are good. When they are good, they take those things that they made together in a safe place, and they play it in some normal comedy clubs and stuff. So and spots. So this is the same thing. I mean, I first play in those special places, and now we play in. We stay there, of course, because it's like great and a lot of fun. So if you come to Paris, you should see it. But we also try to play in all in some other places, but to change minds of the people. So
yeah.
I think
And I
that's
will
the
definitely
secret.
come. I will definitely come when
It's
I'm.
not like an invention. It's always like art is always done like this. It's like Salon des Refusés in France, with the
Yeah,
impressionist movement.
yeah, yeah. And what are you most proud of to date?
Um, uh, well, for myself, I'm really proud that I made this project, and now I can make everything that I love, like write stand up, and so be invited in even in association school, like we are going to play for Emmaüs and like Abbé Pierre, I don't know, stuff like this. So this is so great to be able to reach all those areas with humor, and also yes, I really feel like the project makes a lot of joy for people and also comedians because they find a place where they feel safe. I'm not the only place in Paris, but I'm one of them. And so it's good to have made this. And yeah, I hope we'll get like now we play in theaters. I hope one day we have like maybe a show with a film our stand-up act, so it could really go around France or the world. I don't know.
Yeah, amazing. And what top tips would you give to all the young people who are overwhelmed by all the issues we're facing, whether that's climate change,
Yeah.
LGBTQ, or gender equality, poverty, people with disabilities that we haven't taken care of
Yeah.
properly? What top tips would you give them?
Well, first, of course, it's like action, like go to like work in a field that helps, like effectivement, disabled people or wants the climate change and stuff. So action is really good. Even small action, it could be during the weekend and stuff like this. Yes, express yourself. I mean, what helps me really is that now I still see some people who are really in the capitalist world. Like I still have some friends like this or acquaintances and stuff. But it's true that now I really live in a world with people who have the same matter that I have about the climate change and all those things. So it feels good when you are surrounded by people who thinks like you, so you don't feel alone. And then yes, laughing is good also. It's it's always funny.
Yeah, find the joy in all of
Find
it.
the joy.
Yeah. And so, who are your role models? Have you had women comedian role models growing up that you thought, oh, this is what I want to do?
Yeah. Well, in France, we have Florence Foresti. So she's not really known, but she was really in France the first comedian to be like 40 and single and talking about it. But he was like, she still rules it, but she runs the show. But it was like, when she started, it was like 20 years ago. So I was like a teenager and stuff. And it was really funny to see. She's a bit masculine. She's heterosexual, but she's really masculine. So she shows like you can be masculine and feeling your way and still, people like you because people really like her. She's one of the most famous comedians in France, Florence Foresti. So it's really funny what she does. Who else? I should have worked this question.
No, that's fine. I think one is already more than enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have
After that, with America, I started stand-up because I saw Men on the Moon. It's a movie
Yeah,
from Milos Forman
yeah,
about Andy Kaufman. And so what really moved me is that at that time, I was not working. I was working in a bank. Okay, it's because I also think that when you want to struggle for the climate, it's good to have first to get some money to be safe in your life. That's what I think. So I worked in the bank for like 5 years. I was doing company, and it was interesting to observe also. Bref, I was really unhappy, and I saw that movie. And what I liked, and that's how I discovered stand-up, is that Andy Kaufman, he goes so he's an American comedian, and he goes in a place, and he makes people believe that he's like this crazy guy, and he does really weird stand-up acts, and people think he's real. They don't think it's a stand-up act. They're like, oh, this crazy guy went on stage, and then they laugh and stuff. And I thought it was great. That's what I wanted to do because I was so bad in my job and I felt so unhappy. And I was like, I want to go somewhere and look like really crazy and say some disturbing things. And people are like, who is this person? Is it a character? I thought it was great. But that's what stand-up is about.
yeah, yeah. And so what are your plans, your dreams for your future, for the Greenwashing Comedy?
Going in companies and like roast them. So I would like we are starting to film little videos that we put on our Instagram. We are filming them now. It's not on the Instagram still, but yes, I think it could be really nice if we had a lot of video of us roasting people from corporates. So we are doing this right now.
Yeah, because then you go to the source of decision-making tables and you
Yeah.
really, if you sow the seeds there, that's very impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you so much for talking to me today, for telling us your story. It was really great chatting to you.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you everyone for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and to our new Instagram as the old one was hacked, she.can.world. Thank you.